What is up, Boiler Nation? It is, what night is it? Thursday night, January 29th, 2026. You're listening to a brand new episode of the Boiler Breakdown podcast, or perhaps you're watching live on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. If so, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell so you know when we are going live. And I'm Tanner Lee, host Evan Webb, Aaron Lynch in the house. And fellas, we were talking before we hit record. Last time we did a pod was right before the UCLA game, and everything was rainbows and roses and all is good with the world. A lot bad with the world as far as Purdue basketball has happened since, as the Boilermakers find themselves on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, I wish we could turn back time, as the song goes.
3-game losing streak and 3 losses in 3 different ways.
Yeah, in all kind of in their own frustrating way.
Yes.
One game, Illinois game specifically, you can kind of I can talk myself into, special player, special night. Going 9 for 11 from 3 is just absolutely absurd.
46 points.
Yeah. That what sucked more is just it was at home, and against a team that was going to contend for a top spot in the Big Ten, and coming in, they were like, oh, hey, we only have to play them once, and it's at home, so that's you like our chances. But just what an incredible performance. UCLA is a game you essentially lose, kind of not at the buzzer, but in the last 10 seconds. But definitely the IU one is definitely probably the most frustrating, just because of you lose 2 straight. Your rival that is not kind of what they've just been pretty mediocre, especially in Big Ten play. A team you should have obliterated on the boards, and they just kind of came out and played a lot harder, and shooting woes continued a little bit for numerous players, and just nothing really seemed to go right, and the effort wasn't there, and you find yourself down 14, 15 points in the first half. And, you obviously give him credit for coming back, but it kind of reminded me of Brandon Fletch's freshman year when we were number 1 when we went down there, but we got down 20 in the first half and fought all the way back to get down to 2 and just couldn't get over the hump. In this game, we couldn't get it past 4 or 5. I can't remember what it was, but in the second half. But yeah, and here we are.
Yeah, and I still think if you go back to last Tuesday against UCLA, you can probably call me crazy maybe, but I think if Purdue closes out that game, I don't think we're talking about a losing streak right now. I really don't.
I agree. Yeah.
Can't defend though. Stretch 4, that was a problem.
It's been a problem for a long time for Purdue basketball, is when you got a big man of 4 or 5 that can shoot threes and get the big guys out. I mean that's been a Purdue basketball problem for
But you have one of the most
years
experienced
and years
that we've had in a long time. The last person we could go back to that could do it was Grady. Grady Eifert was in my head, is probably the last stretch 4.
Caleb first was pretty good at getting out there.
Caleb last year was
athleticism, not letting big guys shoot threes. I hate that's kind of what this team's missing.
Grady was consistent though, and gritty.
I would say he's more athletic. But
I think Grady was a better rebounder, but I think Caleb was a better just on ball defender.
But Brian Newbert's hit the nail on the head in his columns this week. All of a sudden, Purdue's size, which was its advantage for the first half of the season, it's flipped, and right now it's a disadvantage.
Yeah, I think what's probably the most frustrating is some of the things. You look at the UCLA game, that was a good example of it was in some of the switching they were doing, which if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. But there was just a couple times where guys just didn't stick to the principle, and kind of got caught not or switching too late, and that's kind of what caused some. I know we saw that. I know Omer got caught with that a couple times, and I think every game. I definitely remember UCLA, and definitely in the IU game where he was helping off a guy and leaving a shooter wide open when he probably shouldn't have. Or just didn't switch right away and cause some issues. But you're going to, that's one thing. But when you have, your more experienced people kind of not following the rules of the defense, that's when it gets really frustrating. So it's they should know this more than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm gonna put a comment up here real quick from the funnies can't hoop. Purdue basketball is becoming one of my least favorite things of my. Yeah, I think that can be stated for a lot of Boiler Nation right now. The 3-game winning streak is not enjoyable, especially when 2 of the 3 are your rivals.
Mm-hmm.
It's compounded because the national title last Monday too.
That too, that too, and like me, who's a Denver Bronco fan, let's just throw that in the mix too. And it's been the worst sports period of my life the last 10 days or so. So yeah,
has been great.
no.
But each one of these teams that Painters had teams that have lost 3 straight. They always rebound, but usually they don't end in great tournament runs. I will say, like, that's past precedent. This could be different. I think it's concerning the defensive assignments for sure from this team. Fletcher averaging 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
This, losing streak, and he's not playing well also in USC game. I mean, he hasn't played well for a month.
Yeah. It's the point where he didn't play the last 10 minutes of that UCLA game. Like, that was the crazy
Illinois
game. He didn't play the last 12.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, 14. It was 14 because Meyer played, and then they rotated Harrison.
Yeah, I think it was after he let Jake Davis get that offensive rebound. I think that was kind of the last straw.
I thought maybe he was going to get going at Indiana the other night, and maybe he does if the 3 hits doesn't get called off because of the foul on the screen. Because that's a building he had usually has shot the ball pretty well in.
He hasn't missed a 3. Granted, he only taken like 6 since then, but he hadn't missed a 3 there since his freshman year.
Yeah. So, but no, he's in a funk. There's a lot of guys for Purdue in a funk right now. Oscar Clough has kind of, since the USC game, kind of disappeared from the monster we became to know. Daniel Jacobson really struggled the other night at Assembly Hall. That's one thing I noticed. I thought the 3 freshmen in the first half, at least, Benter, Meyer, and Jacobson looked pretty intimidated at Assembly Hall, which I guess they hadn't played an environment like that yet. I mean, I know they played at Wisconsin, but no students. At UCLA, at USC is what it is. And at Alabama was a good environment, but that's not your rival, not a Big Ten game. Here's a good question from the Funnies Can't Hoop on YouTube. Where is Liam Murphy? Why are we going after portal guys who aren't worth a nickel? Guaranteed he would be more productive than Fletch is now.
Maybe. I mean, there's a reason he hasn't played. I think this kid also came off the bench at North Florida, so it's not like he wasn't like a 30-minute starter at some of these places. But I think his role was, hey, you're going to come and compete for that 4 spot, but also obviously you've got Trey, an All-American, and then we've got Jack Benter, who's already had a year in the program. I think, had maybe Benter not come on as well as he had, maybe that opens the door for him. The fact that Benter is shot the ball really well all year. He's rebounded not too bad for a guy his size at the 4 as an undersized 4, and he's hustled. So maybe that I'm sure that's eating a lot of his minutes because he's not really a 3. He's too slow to guard a wing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about him today. I hadn't thought about the guy in a while, and I'm like, especially games we're not shooting it well, maybe it would be.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Put him in a couple minutes, see if he can knock down a shot or 2 and get things going. But
yeah,
I'll say if it wasn't for Benter, we'd be on a 4-game losing streak because that USC game for sure.
Yep.
I mean, those last 3 minutes, he was crucial. The concern is just the amount of experience in the mistakes.
Yes.
Because I think in this case, you weren't wanting to rely on probably a Murphy because you bought into what you had coming back, especially even on the bench with Harris, and you brought in Meyer in regards to was hoping the playmaking ability of him would take that and put Braden in a score first because you don't have a guy that can just go get buckets on this roster. I think you do on the bench as a redshirt, but we won't see him till next year. And unfortunately, you got a 4 that's he played at 80 and still cannot figure out how to space out, get space. I mean, he looked better at the 5, and it's like, no, but you're a liability. We've already seen this, movie before defensively. So
and rebounding.
Yep. So it's like can you not step out? Like, does Jacobson need to actually step out to the 3-point line so you can have like space to operate?
Maybe
and have someone to be that defensive anchor behind you? If so, then maybe you go to the bench, like, and come on the second platoon. I mean, the coaching staff has a lot to sit here and think about. I mean, but we did get one of the best quotes, I think, of all time from Painter this past press conference, which was, "If you don't like the hole you're in, stop digging."
He's used that so much before. Like when he was
I
talking
haven't heard
about
it for a while though.
Yeah, when I was watching the press conference later on Tuesday night, and then when like he was talking, I was like he hadn't even said it. And I was like, if you don't like the hole you're in, stop digging. And I was like, oh, there he goes. He just said it.
I haven't heard it for a while though.
Yeah.
He was pretty pissed Tuesday night.
Yeah. The finger tapping on the desk, I was like, this dude wants to break something.
Well, it's just probably because he's thinking that veteran group who's won so much, and they're making mistakes. You shouldn't have missed it.
They made his freshman.
Yeah, or you get that stuff cleaned up in the summer, and it's costing you games, late in games, and it's just got to be so like this is not anybody. Okay, we've lost 4 games total. It could be worse, but still, this is not what anybody envisioned right now. And I suppose if you win out, you got a chance to get the Big Ten, even if it's just a tie. But in which the optimistic view, in my opinion, like we can beat anybody. We know that we have the talent to beat anybody, but we can be at jeopardy too to lose games, as we've seen, and especially at home. With 2 home losses.
Yeah, that's what's kind of like shakes me a little bit. It's just like it's like we've lost 2 home games. We haven't lost 2 home games in a while,
right?
And yeah, it just shows that this team, like you said, like if just like we can't just have just Braden playing well. Like obviously he's made some mistakes, but he's been far from the problem of these last 3 games. Like the fact that he's playing well on what I assume is a very sore leg between his knee and his whatever happened against Illinois, which was terrifying at the time when it happened. But like obviously Trey he scored 20 points at IU, so that was good, but he still had some questionable shots or decisions.
It's his free throw shooting that
that too.
It's such a liability.
But even push shot selections at the top of the key.
That one he had at the elbow,
that hit the backboard.
I was like, what is that?
He could have taken 2 more dribbles and got in there, and he just
but like it was kind of like last year, like when Braden and Trey played well, like we needed somebody else. We needed a third person to step in. That could be anybody. It could be CJ. It could be Jakari. It could be this year. It could be Clough.
I thought it was going to be CJ Tuesday night. He looked good. I mean, hit 2 threes and hit a mid-range pull-up. And then, but, I've noticed him lately, and we've always said he's our defensive dog. He's starting to get whooped a little bit on defense. It's concerning.
I'm surprised how many screens they're not fighting over.
Yeah.
Going underneath. That's what's surprising me. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in the last.
Oh, at Indiana,
even USC. USC was when I started noticing it a lot.
Yeah,
especially the length and everything what they had, and then Illinois was bad too.
But and Evan's got, for anybody listening to the podcast, Evan's got the Play Hard shirt that he got from the shop, which is a great sponsor of ours, which you'll learn a little bit more about them and coming up here later in the pod. But it's fitting shirt because I would say only 2 guys on Purdue played hard the whole game. That being Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman-Renn. The rest, the effort just, at least the first half, was not there. And that was so disappointing to see, like you mentioned, the top of the pod, Webby, like you're coming off a 2-game losing streak, losing back-to-back games. You're going into your rival's place. Like that should empty you up enough. And it just, like getting beat for loose balls, getting beat for rebounds, not boxing out. Just
that was a game that, like, if Purdue plays a good, not even great, just a good game, they probably win by double digits.
Yes.
Like it's like against that team. Like it kind of reminds me of, like, you think back to 2 years ago when Purdue went down there and that was, they had a lot of talent, but they didn't make the tournament. But that was a on paper a talented team, but Purdue went out there and just out. I mean, you had Edey diving on the floor for loose balls that led to layups. Like, and in this game you had Wilkerson going for, like, getting a steal, going for or a rebound, going for a fast break, and 3 guys just swat at the ball and don't even chase them down. Like, it's just that's what's probably the most frustrating. It just felt like, like, what are you doing? Like, how do you not like especially like for the seniors, like they talked about, like they'd only won one time down there.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to have a winning record against them, they always talk about like, any player who plays college sports for a long time, especially, going to be less and less nowadays because of the transfer. But like the guys who stay at a place a long time, like you get part of your legacy is how you played against your rival.
Sure.
And when you're, they'll be at best 500.
Yeah, unless we beat them and then play for the second time ever in the Big Ten tournament, which history's saying no.
Yeah.
But yeah, that you brought up a good point. Like we've won 6 out of the last 10 in Bloomington, but we've only won 1 of the last 5.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's 1 and 3, like you said, the seniors down there. And yeah, it was just maddening. Like maybe I'm being too optimistic here, but I still think if Indiana misses that 3 that got them up 5, I think Purdue wins the game.
Yeah.
But we didn't deserve it.
Oh yeah.
The only reason we were in it at the end, Indiana was missing 1-on-1s, and that's from
which is crazy.
A very good free throw shooting team.
Yeah. Because they didn't. We were talking about it. There was that stat that went out that aside from USC, like 4 of the last 5 opponents, like averaging like 46% free. I think Indiana shot like just under 40. So like we held them. I mean, which is still a good percentage, but like that team can light the world on fire when they're hitting, but they weren't.
They were waiting for us, man. They were waiting for us the second half. That was the frustrating thing. Like you said earlier, we'd cut it like 5 or 6, then they'd extend it to 10. We just couldn't get going. Yeah.
Or we'd miss we'd get to 5 and then we'd turn it over. Or we'd take a stupid shot or something. And it was
very frustrating.
Yeah.
Especially when you allowed Nick Dorn to go 4 for 9 from downtown.
Yeah.
He's a good player. I mean, he as someone who watches because of my wife, like he put up buckets against Rutgers the game before that. He's been one that's like really come on for them as like a guy, kind of their third really good shooter. Because he's been lighting it up recently.
Yeah, I have to share this because I told my wife I would. I tried to get her on the podcast tonight. I thought that'd be fun, but she declined. But she wanted me to share this. I mean, maybe she's onto something we don't know. It's all speculation. She thinks there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, like within the locker room, which it could be. And what I told her is you could probably say that for any college basketball or college football team. Nowadays in 2026 with social media and with college students and some being like 26 and some being 18, like there's a good chance, at least at some point in the season, you do have to fight through adversity away from the court or the field as far as like drama is concerned. And
someone gets mad about playing time or
the funnies can't hoops that 100% is. So yeah, could be.
I mean, there was a story. It was on the board, so who knows how true it is. There was like someone's like, oh, I saw Fletcher outside the game with like bodyguards because of like people harassing him because of like betting and stuff. Which is, I mean, there was a tweet I saw someone. It was a burner account. It was related to like Ed Cooley, like one of those like weird like Ed Cooley's something. I don't know, but it was like a tweet. It was like a derogatory tweet about Fletcher, and then I don't know if it is, but it put like an address, like an apartment number, and so like
that's crossing the line.
You've got stuff like that, like
I mean, good point.
If you, I don't know. I mean, especially in today's age with prop betting, that Mitch Mellon was a rumor about TKR's mom having health issues, true or not? Not true. I heard it on a post. I think pretty sure that was not true because I think there was like a rumor about it, and then they're like, there's someone like responded like, I'm literally sitting next to her at the game. So I think I've seen her at games quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think Trey's battling through some hip issues.
I do too. I think he aggravated against UCLA. I think.
Yeah, he had that to start the year. Yeah, famously.
Far from it, but
yeah, I think. I mean, like, but again, that's everybody. Nobody's playing at 100%.
No.
Who plays a lot like that? Guys like maybe, Liam Murphy, which I think he's still probably battling some injuries too. I know he's kind of been banged up throughout the year, but like guys who don't play, like Aaron Fine's probably doing pretty well right now. But
yeah. The funny K Hoop says, think Trey's dealing with some deep philosophical thoughts. Yeah, philosophy major, so probably.
Yeah,
he's a deep thinker. He's admitted to that. But you were talking about battling through injuries and everything. Like Purdue is coming up on their schedule to play at Maryland, of course, Sunday, 1:00 on CBS. Then you get pretty much a whole week's rest. You play out Oregon at home next Saturday. Should be able to get these next 2, but also more importantly, you get some rest. in there a little bit, or in terms of rest, you're just practicing. You're not playing any games in between those. So, yeah, it's you got to get these next two.
We don't know. I'm going to say we don't know. He might grind them in the ground and make the practices grueling because defensively it's looking so bad. And there isn't a Chris Kramer like the one team that you brought up that's defensive anchor that you can hand on this team. There isn't a one like the last team I was thinking about, the 17-18 team in the Midwestern Cowboy out there. Like, there is no defensive anchor on this team. So they might be practicing defense and getting across screens.
Well, they should be practicing that right now before Sunday's game. But these next two are ones you should get. And you have to get. You absolutely have to get these next two.
If we lose at Maryland is not good.
No, they're not good at all.
And they've been. I don't know if he's going to play. He probably will now. But I know like Pharrell Payne has been out forever for them, which is obviously a big post presence for them. And a guy at Purdue should be somewhat familiar because he played at Minnesota before going to Texas A&M to follow Buzz a couple years ago. But it's a trip. It's on the weekend, so students should be there. It's a tough environment. Like from when it's rocking, that place is probably one of the better ones, underrated ones in the Big Ten, from what it sounds like. But you gotta win that game. And then Oregon, is talk about a team with injuries. They're top.
Oh, they'll probably be back. Biddle will probably be back. He's one that could kill us.
Yeah.
But you got to get these next two. There's no excuses because then the schedule ramps up again.
Mm-hmm.
It ramps up, but I think gotta believe.
I know.
If they can't do it Sunday, then the season you can just flush the conference down the drain because there are too many games back. Would that be 3 games back because Michigan and Michigan State play Friday, right?
Yeah, and they'll play again later in the year. Yep.
Okay, so you're going to be 3 games back of the leader. You're going to play Nebraska the following week. Who probably Illinois plays them Sunday, correct?
Yes.
Or
Saturday or Sunday, one of the 2 days. Yeah.
Okay. So they could have another loss. I still don't think. I think whoever's won the Big Ten has 3 losses.
Yeah, you think about. If you look at just our schedule, we still play Nebraska, still play Michigan, still play Michigan State. Like Nebraska's got 2 losses. Michigan's only got 1, but they have to play at Michigan State still. They still have to play at Illinois, actually. I think they play at Illinois later this year. So, I think, obviously there's always this talk in January of, you lose a game or 2 and it's like, oh, my God, we're out of it. And it's like there's probably going to be, if the winner, even if the outright winner doesn't have 4 losses, I'd be shocked.
I think the
just because
I have 3, though.
Weird stuff's gonna happen. It's like we say, it happens every year. Like all this is unbelievable. Then Michigan loses at home to Wisconsin. Crap like that's gonna happen, or they're gonna drop one. Michigan State should have dropped one at Rutgers, but Rutgers royally screwed that game up. But yeah,
it's a very long shot. Can it happen? Yes, long shot though, because you're having almost run the table at this point to get it to win it. And I know, Tanner, you brought up that team in the chat. They did.
The 09-10 team that start 14-0, lost 3 straight Big Ten games, went on a tear, won 10 straight, and then we know what happened. We know what happened that 10th straight game. I'm not. Yeah. We've been down that road plenty. Yeah. So. But yeah, no, it's yeah. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
It's possible. It's just every team has to have adversity to go through.
Sure.
It's going to galvanize them or they're going to fold. It's those are their 2 options.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there's a lot of pressure on them, but that's part of it. You're gonna have pressure when you're ranked number 1 in the preseason poll.
This isn't the 22 North Carolina team. We ain't missing the tournament.
No.
It shouldn't.
No. Yeah. But, Cameron Day here. I love being a 5 seed after being ranked number 1 this year. That is my worry. I want to stay away. Give me a top 3 seed right now. Turn me even if it's 3. I'm good. I'm good. I want to stay away from that 4 or 5 line because not only do you get a pesky mid-major, but of course then you're going to most likely run to the 1 seed real, Sweet 16 unless they get beat. But yeah, it's. It's hard not to sit here on January 29th and said, I mean, we are kind of doom and gloom on a 3-game losing streak, but unless they turn around, it's going to arguably be one of, if not the most disappointing seasons in Purdue basketball history, just because of the expectations. And you don't have a Braden Smith walking through that door.
Yeah. I saw some people kind of comparing this to
time out before you speak. Yes, we do. His name's Luke Ertl.
Don't know that though. He hadn't played a college basketball game yet.
He hasn't played, but he's still rising the rankings. That's what.
Sure. I mean, he looks very promising, but Braden Smith's pretty damn special when you would put him on Mount Rushmore of Purdue basketball.
Correct. And I'm not removing him from Mount Rushmore, but I'm thinking like you still have Luke Ertl.
You still got good players coming in, but like there's going to be a step backwards no matter what next year.
Absolutely. But that's all still a learning curve of that then group learning.
Right.
This team, 128 start from Fletcher.
I know.
And we're doing this. And I think being the senior leader is just being consistent, showing up each and every day and being that. And I think that's where things are probably missing for him. And I don't know where he lands. I think he probably needs to be benched and come off the bench and get himself a flow of the game. There just needs to be a lineup shakeup, I think, in my opinion. You can't just keep running.
Maybe there will be on Sunday. I mean, if there's a time to do it, it's probably now. I don't know how I would do it if I was Matt, but
I saw this just because obviously that's been the talk. It's been a talk for 3 freaking weeks about mostly Fletcher, but I saw Craig Bowers was responding to someone on Twitter was saying that's like, then you get into like a whole rotations question too, because like obviously like these rotations, like there's a science to it, and there's a reason. It's not your,
You mean it's not NBA 2K where you just put guys in?
It's not your 8th grade team, just like you're pulling a guy out because he's tired or whatever. It's like there's usually like you're trying to have certain guys up there.
Coach, tired.
Yeah. But yeah, it will be interesting. Like I said, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Hey,
Sunday.
we've seen Anthony Richardson's done it before for the Colts. I mean,
stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I don't want to talk about this.
But yeah, I do agree that slipping to that 4 seed would be a real bummer.
Yeah, it would.
Because I saw some people, which it's obviously too early to tell right now. But if it does happen that way, like people are comparing this to the 21-22 team, where a lot of expectations obviously weren't preseason ranked.
Yes,
that's number one. But then you win your non-con tournament, or riding high, but then you blow the Big Ten. You had multiple opportunities and you just couldn't do it, and then you don't win. You make it to the Big Ten championship of the tournament, lose that game, and then you obviously lose in the Sweet 16 to St. Peter's.
Yeah.
But it's like you had all that and just nothing to show for it. Which
that team got his heart broken by 3 buzzer beaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it did. But this team,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wisconsin did it. Michigan State did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that team turned the ball over a lot more than this team does.
Yeah.
Well,
that team played, which I guess it's parallel right now. That team literally didn't play defense. I think they were like Ken Pom, like 60s or 70s.
Yeah, they just tried to outscore you. Yeah, because
that was the whole thing when going to tournament. Like people were talking about, it's like, well, they got the athlete, they got Ivy and all that. Like they got Edie, but they just don't play defense, and that's gonna, there's gonna be a night when shots don't fall and low bold.
Oh no, wasn't only the defense Tuesday night, it's the lack of offense, like the lack of scoring. Like, Saturday against Illinois, I thought that was one of our best offensive games of the year. It's just we couldn't.
It really was like it was. Yeah,
stop a freshman on the heater. I mean, and then towards the end of the game, other guys were knocking down shots. Yeah. I think we would have been better if Boswell played.
Yeah,
I honestly do, because then that gets the ball out of his hands. He doesn't have as many times to score.
Well, you probably still Ivicic is still probably heaving up shots too.
Sure. Sure. So that was my thing too. I mean, I knew Indiana was going to shoot 1,000,000 threes. That's what they do. But it was the lack of rebounding, even though we won the rebounding effort, but not by as much as we should have. And just, I don't know, just the lack of movement on offense. It just looked it was just very frustrating. I don't even know how else to put it nicely.
We've seen this precedent. Every one of his teams do come back.
Yeah. Better start Sunday.
It'll start Sunday. if we lose, then we can just close the podcast down next week.
I mean, I don't want to just win Sunday. I want to obliterate them.
We need to win by 15.
It's time to kick the piss out of them, belts the
BTA.
asses. Yes,
BTA.
BTA. Yeah, it is time to just play
It'll
to your
happen.
potential.
It'll happen.
Make Buzz cry.
Yeah.
To cry about something.
We have a precedent, unlike our football team. We have a precedent with this coach. So
Yeah.
it's happened. The problem is when it's happened, the tournament record is not. It's capped at a certain level, and that's what's concerning. So I know they wanted a Big Ten title. I wanted them to win the Big Ten. It's a long shot now, but it's still in play. But you got to take it one game at a time.
Oh yeah, you have to. Yeah, you can't look ahead. I mean, January sucked. Let's be honest, because our next game's in February. January is not a fun month, but February could be a special month.
Mm-hmm.
December wasn't that great a month either, because that started to show the cracks in the foundation with that Iowa State game. I think it did.
Yeah. Oh, that Iowa State team was also again on a stupid heater that game too.
They were.
Our good buddy, who's an Illinois fan, had to get a comment in here.
Of course.
Yeah, about Keaton. Yep. Uh-huh. Feel like I don't block you.
Is he a lotto pick?
Yes.
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
In this draft, though?
Yes. I think so.
This draft deep. I don't know. He's borderline in my opinion. He's first round for sure, but not. I don't know about this draft.
Well, I mean, it depends obviously what he does the rest of the year. I mean, if he is
Go Huskies, Josh. Go Huskies.
But if he's been playing really well, and if he's keeps it up, I think he'll be a lotto.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, that was just like it was one of those things. Like I was watching the game with 83 or 84-year-old Purdue fan that graduated from Purdue. Has watched a lot more Purdue basketball, of course, than I have. And we were getting frustrated. But he's like, I've never seen a guy shoot like this. Opposing player in Mackey. Like
my thought was like, I mean, I can't. What was the score at halftime? I can't remember. It was pretty close at halftime, wasn't it? Yeah, it was pretty close at half. I mean, I can look it up.
Was it like 3? It was a 3-point. I thought Illinois lead.
Yeah, Illinois was winning, but I was just like, I remember thinking like, this kid's
3 points.
This kid's like putting up stupid numbers.
Yeah, I was like, he'll wake up.
And like and we're down. It was a 4-point game. We're down 4. I'm like, this kid is Thank you, Josh. And like I was like, okay, this kid will definitely like. He can't keep doing this, and then he did.
Mitch Melton could be a curse to start after somebody won a particular game. Example: hell freezing over.
People are asking.
Could be. Could be.
Open up.
I don't think it happened. Look at the show out that happened on that Saturday.
Yeah.
That
was funny.
Was the game even played?
We're living in a simulation, as Evan likes to say. Yeah.
I was surprised they brought it out before the game. I thought for sure it'd be a halftime thing.
That trophy sucks.
We would all love to have just a
absolutely,
trophy right now.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, like that, the crystallized ball football that used to be the BCS trophy, that was like the best trophy in sports. They got rid of it for a tin can looking trophy that you can see the finger smudges all over it.
Like, they'll change it again once it goes to the 2014 playoff.
Well, they should because it looks like crap.
And it'll be the NCAA tournament for football.
The NCAA basketball ones look like crap.
Because the NCAA owns
it's all the NCAA.
Yeah.
The football FCS championship.
They're just freaking boring. Like, I don't know.
I'd like to have one.
We would love to have a trophy.
Sure. Sorry, the marketing guy's coming out of me a little bit. Like, let's get with the present times a little bit.
I guess the one thing I thought about actually Wednesday, should Mike Babinski take any of this blame?
No.
What blame?
Losing
the basketball team?
Women's basketball too. I know they were beat out.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it bad, but I don't think anybody cares about women's basketball right now.
I'm talking revenue.
I don't think anybody cares about the revenue. It was basketball. It's men's basketball and football.
Maybe we can make it baseball.
I mean, volleyball's a great program, but I don't know how much revenue they bring in.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be a
They do
force
pack out
field.
Holloway. Credit to
yeah.
that.
But we can't make it any bigger.
Right.
So then you're playing games in Mackey if we want to, but I don't think that's going to happen.
We can complain about Babinski about a lot of things, but I don't put any of this the basketball woes on him right now. Men's basketball,
Maybe
women's you could, but
maybe with Ross-Ade, they'll build a dome over Ross-Ade.
But Sunday's game, going back to January 2015, the Boilers are 10-6 in this series. Won the last two meetings, including the last one in College Park, the 23-24 season, 67-53. A lot of these games have been pretty close.
Mhm.
Last year's matchup in West Lafayette was 83-78 win by the Boilers. We did lose by 14 in College Park back in 22-23 season. But a lot of them have been pretty darn close. Hopefully this one isn't. Like I said, it's time for Purdue to get back going in the right direction and flex their muscles on Sunday. Because, if you lose this one, then it's time to hit the panic button big time.
I'm glad Derek Queen ain't on this team anymore.
Sure.
Yeah, Maryland hasn't played since Saturday, where they got beat by 43 at Michigan State.
Yeah, they got killed.
Yeah, they lost at Illinois by 19, beat Penn State, lost at USC by 17, lost at UCLA by 12. Indiana went into Maryland and won by 18.
Yeah.
Oregon's beat them.
It's
you gotta win. I'm trying to look at their leading score is Pharrell Payne, even though he hasn't played. His last game was December 13th against Michigan, where he played only 15 minutes. They do have a kid, Coit, I think his name. He's a small guard, but I think he's been shooting the ball. He's been at home, been shooting 45% from three. So
will Scott Van Pelt be in the house?
It's a Sunday CBS game. It'd be cool. Yeah.
They probably wouldn't show him on CBS even if he was, since he works for ESPN.
No, they would.
Would they? Oh.
I think they would. I don't think that stuff matters much anymore. Maybe with Fox. That's probably the only one I can think of.
Yeah, but I guess we can get into it. Score prediction, player of the game prediction, and bold prediction.
I'll go first. Purdue wins 95-41.
Wait, what was this? What was
95-41?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, we're gonna lose now.
Nope. They're going to drop it. Literally drop the hammer.
God.
Braden drops 40.
I hope he doesn't play the second half if we're up by that much.
I would hope so.
Or just Payne let him in and try and beat because Jeremy Fears got 17 assists the other night when they were up 40 against them. Does he let Braden stay in and get 20?
No, I think he's going to make a point that they ain't that.
You have Braden 1 point less than Maryland's whole team.
I know. But he's going to – I think what's going to happen is they're going to say, you need to score. Pretty much, you're the only guy.
No kidding. Yeah. Which one's your bold prediction?
Both of them. We're doubling down.
Oh, my Lord.
We're going to lose.
Well, he better be your player of the game, too. So you did all 3 in 1 pretty much right there.
Mine's just Daniel Jacobson going 5-5-5-5.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I know you've been sick lately, but give me whatever you've been taking, because I need some of it.
There's a lot.
I think that fever cooked your brain.
That's probably your brain at this point. But no, I think Braden does drop at 40, and I think they didn't win.
Sign me up. Webby, follow that.
Oh man. Okay.
Wait, was that a 50? Yeah, that was a 54-point spread I just gave. Oh, well. That's about right. I think it's going to be that. CBS will want to change the channel to a different game.
I'm going Boilers 75-60.
You think they're
Player
going to
of
put
the
up that many
game.
points?
Huh?
You think they're? I know Michigan State's the number one defensive team in the Big Ten, but you think they're going to put up that many points?
60 is not a lot.
Purdue's defense is
it's acceptable, but I think
lots to be desired.
I think there's going to be massive lockdown improvement. There's not going to be many spacing.
I hope so. Yeah, there better be.
That's why I think there's a lot of transition buckets.
Can I get to my prediction?
Sure, go ahead.
Player of the game, just because everybody's hating on him, I'm gonna go Fletcher, just as a middle finger to everybody. I'm gonna say he goes 5 for 8 from 3. That Adidas or not even no, it's not. They do the Under Armour. They do the freaking super orange ball. I think that they use in the tournament. Bold prediction. The entire starting fives in double digits.
I like that.
Ooh, hold on.
5-5-5.
Shut up. No. My bold prediction is there's not the lineup change.
I like that. All right, I will go Purdue 83, Maryland 58. Player of the game. I'm going with Oscar Clough.
Like it.
And my bold prediction is he is 15 and 15 game.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
It's time for him to get aggressive on the boards again.
I wonder if the foul trouble at USC kind of spooked him a little bit. I don't know.
He just hasn't been playing aggressively.
No.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been weird.
And you know what? One thing I was kind of, and I think you can agree, Webby, and you are the roughest on officiating on this podcast. I didn't think officiating was very bad on Tuesday night.
No,
I really honestly, I thought we kind of got the friendlier whistle.
Yeah. Trey definitely gets what got away.
He could have got a flagrant one.
Yeah.
Good one, Mitch. Mitch Melton said, my bold prediction, it will not be a 54-point game.
I didn't have too much to complain about. Shockingly enough, there were some things I thought there was some ticky-tack stuff down low, but I mean, you're going to have that. But yeah, I thought for the most part, there was nothing in that game where I was like, well, the only thing I was mad about was the foul call that got called when Fletcher hit that 3. So I was like, I'd rather just take the 3 and give him the ball. I thought, that game that was not the source of my frustration, as it can be a lot of games. It was more of just the team wearing the black jerseys.
Yeah.
You guys got to speak it into existence. You want belt to ass. This is truly belt to
that's
ass.
what I want. I think we can do it. Yeah.
So a 54-point bold prediction is possible. Braden has dropped big games before.
Yeah.
You get a lot of transition buckets. This can literally happen.
He does. He did say in his podcast one of his favorite environments was Maryland. So.
And Derek Queen ain't walking through that door. Steve Francis ain't walking through that door.
I loved watching Melo Trimble growing up.
There you go. None of those guys walking through that door. This is a shell of a team, and I think Buzz probably regrets leaving Texas A&M for it. So, yes, they are. It's a collective viewing experience, folks. People listen on the podcast. Tanner had to write. Aaron's thoughts are not views of the whole Boiler Breakdown squad. For this one, they are.
I want to win about 54 points.
This is true. What you want, you have to speak it into existence. I think we'd all be happy in that second half if it is.
Who would have thought at the start of the season Aaron was going to be the sunshine and rainbows one on the pod come January?
The season ain't over.
I'm not saying it is.
But it's doom and gloom. It's a 3-game losing streak. Teams go through adversity.
Yeah. I understand that. It's just a matter of how it's happened.
It
If it was 3 games of like Illinois, it is what it is. Like you played well, they played better. Like, but it's just I can
because
even
it's
forget,
IU. They walked out a damn trophy. They
the
lack
football
of
honestly had
effort.
nothing to do with it. It was just mostly like
The
like-
UCLA game was they had chances to win that.
I was sick
They
with a
had
minute and a
chances
half
to win.
left.
Yes.
You should win
Yeah.
that game.
that was frustrating. I think the one from Tuesday is most frustrating because it's like, I mean, the
Indiana's
whole
not
year-
good. I'll
they're
come
not
out and
good.
say it.
Yeah,
they're not good. I'll say
No,
it. They
they're not.
suck.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. And there's just like, I remember like watching, because I've obviously watched them with my wife. I'm like, I've told you guys before, it's like, we're going to obliterate this team on the boards. And we out rebounded them by 5. Like that was frustrating. Because I thought Clough was going to just absolutely feast down low.
I did too.
Because of, I didn't, Reed Bailey played really well, which I was like, we're making Reed Bailey look good. That's a problem. And I think Alexis was going to be able to hang with them because there's just a size difference.
Mitch Milton on Facebook said, I could see Braden going for 40. He's probably fed up and may just take over himself to prove a point.
He's going to prove a point because people think he's just going after that assist mark.
He's been scoring at a good clip, though.
But I think he's going to just say,
he got a little helter skelter in that game on Tuesday, though. Like there was a couple times where I was like, he drove, and I was like, ooh, this is freshman.
He never played very well at Bloomington. This was his best scoring performance. He struggled down there for whatever reason. Yeah.
Like I'd watch him. There's sometimes he drove, and I was like, this feels like Braden, freshman year Braden of driving, leaving his feet, trying to figure out it, on the fly. And that was just he had a couple bad turnovers. Honestly, like 8 in the first half, so it's one thing. But
well, and this is kind of my last thought on Tuesday's game, unless you guys have any others. But one thing that was kind of concerning was late in the game, it was just him and Trey. It seemed like Braden didn't trust anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know Trey was aggressive and getting to the line, but that hurt us more times than it helped. Like at one point, I'm like, just hit one or two.
There's that play where Jack kind of took that in transition 3, and I was like, I like the confidence, not that spot.
Not the right time.
Yeah.
Even if it went in, I probably would try to do like a backflip, but yeah. But sucks, but we get another crack at them February 20th, but you can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
One game at a time, go out and earn it. Play hard.
One game at a time. Yep.
Yeah.
Play hard, like Webby's shirt says.
Yeah. If all goes well, like these next 2 games, you've
right
had some time. Get right games. You've had, Tuesday to Sunday is still a good amount of time for them to correct some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously next week you got that whole essentially a week off. But you got 2 struggling teams. Like you just go out and just take care of business. I think a lot of people will feel a lot better if we can do that.
Yep.
Start learning yourselves all over again. It's a whole learning experience. It's the world. It ain't over. It ain't March, and it ain't. So you got other games to play.
Yeah,
you got times to fix it. You just got to fix it.
Yeah. If it's gonna happen, you're probably assuming you fix it. You're happy it happens now and not a month from now when you've got 2 games left, and then like, oh crap, here's now the real season begins, sort of thing. So
it'll work itself out. They got enough experience. They'll either get better from it, or they'll fold and pack up. And I don't think this team's folding and packing up. They've had too much experience, too many starts. They have an experienced coach.
I will say, because I was talking about this the other day, and I'm glad I remembered it. But like, remember, like we go back to the Iowa game, and I was there, and obviously it's at home, but like we kind of talked about it. It's like even when we were down, we got like down 9 or whatever, like, or when we were like going back and forth. I was nervous, but I still, in my head, I was like, or in my heart, in my gut, I was like, they're gonna pull this out. Like they're gonna figure it out, and it's gonna, just because that's what this team has done. These guys have done, but these last 3 games, especially the UCLA game and the IU game, I was like, I even said like to my wife, we were watching UCLA game, I was like, which she just thinks I'm just pessimistic all the time. But I was like, they're hitting a 3 here. Because I was like joking, because there's the whole thing of like the race to 69 is like a thing. Like the first team to get to 69 usually always wins. It's actually really weird. It's usually true. And they were at 66 and we were at 67. And I was like, they're going to hit a 3 to get to the race to 69 and the game's going to be over. And sure enough, it's exactly what they did. And an IU game, like, I just, like, even when we got down to like 5, I was just like, I don't think they're going to pull it out, which sucks because I haven't had that feeling. I haven't had a feeling about that, like, really since probably like their freshman year, really. Whereas like I didn't believe that they could do it. Like truly didn't, but like I was like truly like, I'll be the pessimist one sometimes, just be like, they're not going to win, but like, and then they end up pulling it out and they win. But like that was just like, I don't see this is going to happen. Like, and I wasn't even like mad about it. I was just like, they're not going to pull this out, which really sucks as a feeling. Kind of like football. I was like, I don't think they're going to do this.
Mitch Melton says
different from football.
It's crazy to me how a team that has 0 experience in the rivalry could possibly want it more than a team that has 4 years in the rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You wonder if it's like one thing I guess you could turn that is like, hey, it's their first time in it. Like, I'm sure they, obviously they talked about it on the broadcast, like Connor Enright, his brother went to IU. So he's like, he obviously knows about the rivalry. And, they mentioned like, DeVries got asked every football game if they were going to beat Purdue. It's like, so if you're not familiar with it, like you get pretty familiar with it pretty damn quick. Versus like a team that maybe I hope not, but you wonder if like Purdue just thought like, hey, if we just play a C game, we're going to go out there and we're going to beat this team. And they didn't.
It's crazy. Like, years past when Indiana beat Purdue, I'd get on social media, especially Facebook, and it would be my algorithm be flooded. I saw one post about Indiana beating Purdue. Yep.
I saw quite a few on mine.
Yeah, I did not. So I
saw quite a few.
But
I saw a lot of like
compared to football, I didn't at least.
Yeah, I saw a lot of like been a hell of a week, like like do all that and then you beat Purdue, like great time to beat, and I'm like but yeah.
So, well, before we flip gears and talk a little football to wrap up the podcast, Aaron, why don't you let everybody know where they can get some good grub at?
Absolutely. The Boy Breakdown is brought to you by Mad Mush, serving Boilermakers since '93. Mad Mush is located in the heart of West Lafayette and is well known for the home of the original cheese stick. Whenever any of the Boiler Breakdown crew is in town, we like to sit down, have an ice cold beer, and try out the latest pizza of the month, which is Sweet Heat Barbecue Meats. Light layer of barbecue sauce topped with pepperoni, sausage, ham, bacon, ground beef, banana peppers, and mozzarella cheese, finished with a barbecue drizzle. So next time you're in town, order online by using use the program code BREAK526 for any $5 off of any order over $20. That is BREAK526 for $5 off any order over $20, including the pizza of the month, cheese sticks, you name it. So next time you're in town, use that promo code. Tell them we sent you. You won't regret it. Mad Mush, feed your head.
And they got a couple events coming up. Monday, February 2nd from 10 a.m. through Tuesday, February 3rd at 1 a.m. Dying to donate for Delta Gamma. Good job. Good way to raise money for their friends over there, the sorority. So they'll donate a portion of their proceeds for anyone that mentions their organization all day Monday. Online orders, they can use the code DGF to help them out. And Tuesday night, they've been doing a lot of trivia contests lately. They got reality TV trivia from 7 p.m. through 9 p.m. It's Tuesday night on February 3rd. So it says no script, no spoilers, just pure chaos. From The Bachelor to Survivor, Real Housewives to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This trivia night is all about the shows we swore we weren't watching, but somehow knew everything about.
I wonder how
sounds
the
like a
all-you-can-eat
good time.
buffet went last week.
Would have went good if
I
I was
mean, not the buffet, but the all-you-can-eat last week during the national title game.
Yeah, we talked about that on the pod. So yeah.
Wonder how that turnout was and how many people went with a food coma because they didn't want to watch that garbage.
Would have been me if I was there. So, yep. But speaking of the sport that you were saying is garbage, football, don't have too much to talk about, but we do know the official schedule for the 2026 Purdue football season as the Big Ten Tuesday night revealed everybody's games. It took forever to get to Purdue. But we do know, of course, we knew the non-conference dates. Saturday, September 5th, Indiana State will be the opener. We don't know any times.
Did we know that there was a gap between Wake Forest and Notre Dame?
Not sure about that. Yeah.
I think we did. I didn't think we knew that yet.
Wake Forest at home Saturday, September 12th. Big Ten season kicks off Saturday, September 19th in the Rose Bowl at UCLA. And then September ends with a home game, the Shillelagh Trophy game against Notre Dame. Definitely not going to be easy. I mean, you're looking at Notre Dame, of course, a team that was really good but didn't make the playoff. Indiana State, but we'll probably see old friend Brady Allen probably slinging the rock for Indiana State. Wake Forest was a bowl team. UCLA was not, but they got a new head coach coming in from James Madison. So, that works out. That works out pretty well, whether you do it for football or basketball these days. But you can make a case where September is going to be the do or die month right away.
Which is crazy.
Which is wild. Looking at October, I think this is the gauntlet month. At Illinois on Saturday, October 3rd for the Cannon. Return home Saturday, October 10th against Minnesota. I'm guessing that'll be homecoming, but that's just a guess. Ryan Walters homecoming Saturday, October 17th against the Huskies. Get a bye week. I like the bye week coming back from Washington.
I do. Yes.
Travel to Penn State on Halloween on October 31st, Saturday. They also have a bye week the week before. I'm an idiot. It says homecoming right here on Saturday, November 7th. Late homecoming.
November 7th.
Against Maryland.
Could be freaking cold.
Just like Purdue's hosted Maryland since 2019, the astronaut uniform game. Travel to Iowa City Saturday, November 14th. Host Wisconsin Badgers Saturday, November 21st on Senior Day. Purdue is due in that series. They're more than due. And then travel down to Bloomington on Saturday, November 28th for the Old Oaken Bucket game.
Do you think they make homecoming because they think they can beat Loxley and the boys?
Probably. You usually try to schedule somebody you can beat, and they probably think they have a better chance of beating them than Fleck in the boat rowers or against Washington. So
I probably will pick Loxley and the boys at that point.
You're not going to pick Notre Dame. I mean, for God's sake. So
no.
I don't like that Notre Dame's after West Coast trip.
No. Yeah. Oh God, no. I'm not. That's scary, to be honest.
Yeah. So
I do not like how that September actually laid out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. But I mean, the 3-week stretch, I'm looking at Notre Dame at home, at Illinois, Minnesota home, heck, even Washington at home. That's tough.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be cool.
Is what it is.
If they handed Walters his check for the month down the field.
Have Mike come out and take a big picture with a big check. I'm sure Ryan would be glad to.
Have Grimes come down too. Make her have a public appearance. I think that would be the best timeout entertainment.
He's the student athlete of the week.
Him and Kevin Kane can have a good talk about real estate during the game.
Yeah, they can. They can just get them both out of the box. Well, Walters doesn't go in
He's
the box.
on the field. Oh, he's on. Yeah. You kidding me? He's flexing those muscles on the field.
Yeah, Kane's on the field too.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. This is an opportunity. You're a marketing guy, Tanner. Don't you think this is a great marketing opportunity?
Yes, but I have a feeling one of them wouldn't sign the photo release for him. So,
I'll too early to tell, but
it is.
It's not promising.
On paper, it's easier in the last 2 years, but that's paper. So,
it better hope all these transfers are gems. That's all I can say.
Sure.
Oh, I'm taking 12-0.
12-0 till you're not, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Unless we lose the first game against Brady.
Shut it down.
Then it's 11-1. It's 11-1.
That's a redemption arc if I've ever seen one. Hey, Joe Taylor lost Toledo. Hey, look what happened next week.
They should have in-game interviews and ask him, do you regret leaving here? Do you see what this squad is?
Yeah, he's about 26 now, so not 26, but he's pretty old.
He's probably 24.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be his 6th year. I think
I listened to Barry's press conference. I'm not running through a wall. Sorry, it's until
I liked it. I mean,
I liked what he
you
said.
did. I ran through a wall for the guy last year and bought the stupid T-shirt.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I mean, I like what he says, but you
it's just talk, right? Yep.
Yeah, you gotta show me. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it is a good thing that like you said, like he's got this team. This is the team. Like, you
Yep.
know, I mean, unless you get another portal edition, which sounds like they probably won't, but you know, you've got 6 months.
Yep.
So
I
And
like
ready
their
for a full
strategy in terms of the portal this year a lot better than last year. But
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Last year, you were just trying to build a team.
you're just
I
trying to
know.
get a team.
I know.
But
Yeah.
what I mean, I don't like though the continuity of the coaching staff that you've kind of thrown out there.
Yeah, we got some new faces too, and an old face.
Well, we lost. I mean, some big key contributors, I should say, on a 2-10 team.
Yeah, they didn't lose near as many as I thought they would, though.
Yeah.
No,
I thought they'd lose more. So
tight end play is going to have to improve vastly.
well, George got to stay healthy. I mean, my gosh, but he never has.
Yeah.
So
And I saw that like what how many tight end commits did we get? 2 or 3?
Wasn't Claire's brother still on the team?
No idea.
I'm not sure.
I know at least 2 tight end commits are not on campus right now,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like that kind of sucks. But I mean,
Yeah.
you can't get everybody on campus, so
Right. Yeah, long way. Spring ball starts March 3rd, and I think ends on April 11th, if I read that right. So
yeah.
Has it been announced that there's going to be a black and gold game this year?
hadn't been announced. I don't know if many teams are doing spring games anymore.
It's probably. I mean, you might see more of it now because there's no
window.
There's no window. Whereas before it was easy to not want to do it because you want to put your guys on tape.
Right.
I mean, you could do a scheduled scrimmage. I don't know if Dion wants to do one. I'd be up for it.
They tried with Syracuse. They tried.
Yeah.
I'd be up for it at this point. The more reps this team can get, the better.
We might be able to compete with Colorado. They were 3-9.
Let's schedule it out.
And they've lost a lot of people to the portal this year. Yeah.
It'll be a true black and gold game. No one will ever know. Just pull stickers off.
But Webby, where can people get that good-looking shirt of yours that says "Play Hard"?
Yes, sir. That'd be at the shop, who's been making hometown apparel since 2011. Started out in their garage, and they've got 3 retail locations who are absolutely just booming right now for a certain team after a certain game. I don't want to talk about it. But if you find yourself in, hold on, what is this new shirt? What is this Mackey Arena shirt?
I hadn't seen that either. I hadn't seen that either until
Oh my God, I love it. Sorry for those who are listening, but yeah, Terrence got the shop website pulled up and I see a Mackey Arena shirt that I've not seen before, and I might have to buy that ASAP. Anyways, sorry. But if you find yourself in Indy, they've got a retail location in Carmel, Broad Ripple, downtown Indy. Stop in, great people. If you're a Purdue fan, you probably won't like what they've got in their retail stores right now because it's selling like hotcakes for a good reason for that team.
Everywhere right now, in any store. Gosh.
Yeah, I saw that freaking Walmart the other day.
Walmart Meijer up here. First thing you see when you walk in.
Yeah, it's like $40 for a really crappy sweatshirt. I was like,
you know what's sad though? Every time I've walked in and I've seen that, which has been 3 times a Meijer last week, there's been people either buying it or looking at it every single time.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But if you want to get a nice, sweet little deal, go to the shopindy.com. Use promo code.
Look at all the script. Look at all the script apparel.
Yeah. Use promo code breakdown for free shipping. Yeah, they just came out with a script, new script logo or new script shirts. They just came out with a true vintage old gold Rick Mount era shooter shirt. I have the black version. It's awesome. I love it. Obviously the new Mackey Arena shirt that I just found out about that I need to buy. That Boiler script hoodie I love. I need to buy that still. There's at this point there's like 8 shirts I need to buy.
They've got this is the best. They've always had good stuff. This year's been the best.
Yeah, this has been by far the best. Yeah. They always have stuff coming out for football, basketball. They've got layer shirts.
Talking about Webby.
Yeah, I love that shirt. It's comfortable, fit well. They've got Trey Coffin Wrench shirts. They've got Braden Smith shirts. Yeah, it's just good stuff. Like I said, use promo code breakdown for free shipping at theshopindy.com.
Can't go wrong with anything
Nope.
from the shop. I really need to make an order.
Yeah.
I do have a birthday coming up, so maybe I can just tell everybody, get on the shop, use breakdown, free shipping,
Yeah.
just give me stuff. Sounds like a plan to me. So Mitch Melton, spending $40 once a lifetime isn't terrible.
That's true. Hope it's once in a lifetime. God.
Oh yeah.
man.
Yeah. Oh my
That
gosh.
was- I still catch myself like I'll just be scrolling on social media and like something from that game will pop up and I'm like, that really freaking happened.
I know. That's
like, I cannot,
honestly like as far as like people blowing up my phone, I didn't have any IU fans reach out to me, which was nice.
I reached out to a few just like hey, congratulations.
Yeah, yeah.
This is,
I did
like,
that,
I
but
get it, like
I didn't have any rubbing in my face. I know my dad had some.
yeah.
And like I didn't hear from anybody after basketball game the other night. My dad heard from some. I'm like, maybe I'm just not as much of a jerk as he is or something. I don't know. But
yeah, it's I mean
I also
obviously
took a social media break for 2 days after they won the championship.
Yeah.
So that helped.
yeah, I was talking to a rep who actually went there, but he cheers for Ohio State, but we're just both like it just doesn't like it's I can't compute it right now. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Don't believe it even happened.
Anything's possible, I guess. We've seen it. So any final thoughts, fellas, as we wrap up this week's Boiler Breakdown?
Just take care of business. Make some turtle soup.
Yes. Yes.
54-point win.
BTA. That would be BTA right there. 54-point win.
BTA and then enjoy some crab cakes.
Absolutely. Sign me up.
He'll
All
say
right.
get back on the bus and get back on the plane. Charter flight back. Then you want to enjoy your crab cakes.
Good on the plane? Why can't
Yeah.
you do crab cakes on the plane?
He'll say we have film to watch.
Possibly. All right, fellas. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for commenting along. We really appreciate the engagement. Engagement always makes the pods more fun. But let's boiler up, hammer down, beat the Turtles, the Terps, the Terrapins, and get this thing going the right direction.
Boil up.